Attorney Abdul Rahman Linzag,
Yes, sir.
welcome po to the Manila Times.
Thank you, sir.
You are President and CEO of the Islamic Dawah Council of the Philippines,
Yes, sir.
and also you are Secretary of the World Halal Council.
Council.
And I should note also that we're doing this interview now in the middle of Ramadan. I appreciate you making time, sir, for the Manila Times.
It has been a pleasure, sir, for us to come here, especially in matters of sharing knowledge of what we know and what can benefit our country and people.
Right. Sir, maybe for those who are not familiar with Islam, what is Ramadan? What is, we're familiar, as Catholics, we're familiar with of course, Lent, right? And of course, this is sort of like the equivalent, or maybe that's a wrong impression, but maybe you're better placed to explain to us the differences or the similarities.
Thank you, sir. Ramadan is actually a month, the name of the month.
Yes.
This is the 1 month because Islamic calendar has
It's the lunar
12
calendar,
months,
no? Yeah.
has 12 lunar months.
Yeah.
And then one of them is Ramadan. The other month is Julhijjah for Hajj, performing Hajj.
Yes.
But this Ramadan was specifically mentioned by God when the Quran was revealed, and then revelation was, we have to fast during the whole month of Ramadan. But how to do that? What is that type of fasting?
Yeah.
When will you start and when will you end? That was the role of the prophet
I
to
see.
demonstrate to us how.
How.
So it must be at least 2 hours or 3 hours before sunrise,
Okay.
break of dawn, and then when the sun set, after the setting, then it is forbidden for you to fast, to continue fasting.
I see.
You have to break your fast.
I see.
So we call it breakfast.
Right. Breakfast.
So when we break fast,
Okay. When you
we
break
our
fast.
fast.
Yeah.
So we take only small amount because if you take too much,
Yes.
it will destroy your body also.
Yes. Yes.
Then you can eat afterwards.
Right. Now, in Catholic tradition, we observe sort of like fasting every Friday, but it's meant to teach us sacrifice. But what is the main message of the Prophet for Ramadan?
Actually, it's
Similar?
It's sacrifice, but it is not a voluntary sacrifice. Actually, God is testing human being.
Okay.
That's one side. How if they can comply
Okay.
with that. Another one is
So test your faith.
test. The other one is to educate human beings
Okay.
to experience the experience of the poor people.
I see.
Because if you are hungry, you could feel the same hunger with the poor people who are not.
So you
streets.
sympathize with
You sympathize.
less
You
fortunate.
tone down your ego or your,
Yes.
and then
You become more humble.
you become more humble. So you have discipline.
I see.
Another one is you practice also. In case of emergency, you can survive.
Yes.
All these things. There are many other aspects. And the most important, we do not know, and the Quran says, it is for your good health.
Yes.
For good health. But that was not studied well. There was no study for
There's
that.
no scientific.
Scientific, but comes now some health health discoveries.
Yes.
That fasting is good for health.
Yes, especially now. It's not to be disrespectful, but I was telling you earlier that a lot of people have taken on intermittent fasting
Yes.
because of the health benefits. But of course, that's a totally different reason for doing it. But you're right. It's been said to prolong life.
It is.
Yeah.
You'll find out that there are some people who wants to die.
Yeah.
I want to end my life by
Yeah.
not eating.
Yeah.
But they don't die in 1 hour, in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 days, even in sometimes in 1 month.
Yeah.
So it is not really true that it will kill us.
You were saying also that outside of Ramadan, occasionally Muslims also do some fasting voluntarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, the essence of that is after Ramadan, there is still that tendency of continuing the fast
Yes.
for everyone who is fasting for 30 days.
Yes. For the same reason.
For the same reason.
Yeah.
But the reason there is for the pleasure of God.
Yes. Yes.
Fi sabilillah, fi sabilillah in Arabic. So they fast, must fast, but at the same time, it will it will control the growth of your body or your hormones immediately after Ramadan. That's why some people who do not observe that immediately they become very stout. Very big. After Ramadan, they become
They
Yes.
bumabawi.
Bumabawi. Lumampas pa.
But the fasting that in Catholic, I'm sorry, this is my last question about
It's
this.
okay.
In Catholicism, it's not just about food. It's also about like you said, it's a demonstration of your faith. So you give up. It's not just food, but you give up things that you find pleasurable. Right? Is it the same in
It
Islam?
is the same, but even more in the Islamic way.
Forgive me, I'm just very curious.
It is more. What is something more about it? You are prohibited from getting angry,
Yes.
from fighting,
Yes.
from killing even insects if possible.
Yes.
You know, you are prohibited from doing anything, not accepted in Islam. And of course, in food, you take only halal food.
Yes. Now, that's the reason why we invited you, because that's more of an economic story. But halal has been talked about for many years. They've been talking about the huge opportunities worth billions of dollars of opportunity. But maybe you should, explain to us, like, what are those opportunities, and how can the ordinary Filipinos benefit from that?
Thank you sir, for that question. Actually, just the same with the fasting that we said. This was revealed by God. That was 1,444 years ago.
According to the
Islamic
calendar.
Islamic calendar. So it was also the same.
Yeah.
Halal was also mentioned there in that those revelations. That Muslims or believers take only what is legal in the eyes of God and allowed by God for us. Otherwise, it is harmful to our body.
Okay.
It is prohibited.
Okay.
That was maybe similar to the Jewish kosher or interpretation, which is almost the same.
Okay.
The same animals, for example, they are not allowed to take pork, or same also with Islam. And blood also, the same thing. It's almost the same. And then wine also, almost the same.
Yeah.
Actually. Then now, how does it benefit the human being? Of course, for the Muslims, it is mandatory to them.
Right.
But for our country, which is not a Muslim country, what can we do?
Yeah.
Let us take into consideration that most Muslim countries, especially Arab countries, who became rich countries immediately. Even Brunei became rich already. But most of their consumption for food are not produced within their country. So they rely on imports.
Right.
They import from where? Now, this kind of industry has been going on for a long time, but we were not able to participate here in the Philippines because of our little misunderstanding about misconception about halal.
Yes.
That is only for Muslims.
Yes.
Truly, if it is only for Muslims, how will you produce? What will you produce?
Yeah.
That's why let the Muslim produce their own.
Yeah.
But we are selling it to the whole other non-Muslims because
Right.
only very few are Muslims.
Right.
But for purposes of business, uh, after understanding that halal is for all, good for all human beings, because all of us are created by God. So
Yeah.
all of us are responsible to God
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
So if your market is, you're marketing only to the non-Muslims, you are missing a lot.
Yes.
You're missing a lot of your business.
You're missing a lot of opportunities.
Yes, precisely. The Muslims, especially during Ramadan, they buy a lot. Even if they are not eating, they buy a lot.
Right.
And they spend money also a lot because one of the commandments in the Quran is spend.
Right.
Do not just keep your money. Just spend it. Give it to some people so that they can benefit out of it. So how do you do that? So buy your food and then maybe some of the balance in your pocket you can give it to some people who are really poor. That's why this Ramadan we are also giving some food distribution to some communities that are very very poor.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of misconception, as you said, about what halal is, and people think it's only a religious thing. But pardon me if I interpret it this way, and please correct me, that it's really about sanitation, like the way food is processed, food is prepared, and as you said, it really has a health component to it, right? It's meant to protect the consumer or the person's health, right? Is that a correct way to look at it from a non-religious perspective?
That is correct, sir. But to explain further about that and to how do you put that into action in halal, in the halal certification that we do.
Yes.
I'll just give you one example. We are eating, commonly we are eating beef.
Yes.
We can also eat beef. We can also eat chicken.
Yes.
But this chicken must be slaughtered properly.
Properly.
And properly means following the Islamic way.
Yes.
And also what is this? These cattle must be slaughtered properly. So what is the normal way of killing in the non-Muslim
Let's say,
way?
for example, chicken.
Chicken,
What's the proper way?
the proper way is, of course, they are being brought to the dressing plant.
Okay.
Even from the before bringing it to the this dressing plant, the chicks or chicken, live chicken, are not given these antibiotics.
Okay.
At least
Which can be very harmful.
Very harmful to the health.
To people, yeah.
That should not be given at least 7 days before they are harvested.
Okay.
And then it must be the healthy ones that are to be
It can't
brought.
be the one who are dying.
Yes, that are dying.
Or sick.
Even if they are healthy, and during the transportation, still some die on the way.
Right.
Because, for example, the chicken are reared in Ilocos,
Yeah.
and then they're brought to this
To Manila.
Bulacan, something like that. Some died. So, when the chicken arrive, then they are given rest area.
Yeah.
It is mandatory for us that they must have at least 2 hours rest.
Okay.
And then when resting already, then there will be enough ventilation.
Right. Wait, the chicken who died, they cannot be part of the...
No, you cannot. They are removed.
They're removed. They have to be removed, right?
They are removed. Yeah. So they are already, and then, when they are already ready, and then, so the chicken are already ready for hanging.
Yes.
They are brought for hanging and shackled in the dressing plant.
Right.
Then there must be if possible, this stunning.
Okay, so you have to slaughter them humanely.
Humane.
Yes.
Because without our procedure, normally our government it's mandatory that they have to be stunned.
Right.
So in this stun, sometimes in this stunning, they dead already.
Right.
When they are dead already in the stunning before
With the slaughter, yeah.
slaughtering, that is double dead already.
Right,
That
right.
is dead before and then dead again.
Yes.
That is the same as picking up the dead chicken from the
Yes.
street.
Yes, yes.
That is why most of us, when we experience taking this chicken, there are many blood in the in the in the,
The
in the
muscles,
vein,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
muscles.
yeah.
So with the halal, there's no blood.
By the way, when you taste chicken like that, it tends to be tougher, right? Than when it has blood in the muscles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So it addresses health.
Yeah.
It addresses the
Cleanliness,
cleanliness,
good
the
manufacturing practice.
right, and some humanitarian,
Yes, humane, yes.
humane way
And
to
respecting animals'
respect
rights.
the animals as well. And that is from the religious part, but there's obviously some health benefits to as well,
that
right?
is the most important one because
Yeah.
this will go inside our body.
Right, right,
And our body is sacred so far as God is
right.
concerned.
And we don't want the
Yeah.
antibiotics in the children,
Yes.
I mean, in the chicken,
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
consumed by the people eating
Yes,
it. Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
Interesting.
And also even the blood is
Yeah.
forbidden because the blood is the one that is that's why it has to be bleeded out. The blood
Yeah.
must be bleeded out before the scalding, before
Yeah,
they remove
yeah.
the feathers.
Right.
So why? What is the reason? So that the blood will not be part of the
Yeah.
meat, the
Right.
chicken
Right.
meat.
Right. Now, Filipinos like to eat isa or something like that.
That's why.
Is that also
That's not allowed.
prohibited by halal?
That is prohibited, actually.
Okay. And what's the religious explanation for that? Then?
Actually,
It's not clean, or
it is unclean.
Okay.
The blood is unclean. And all the sickness of this animal, chicken or whatever, beef or what,
Okay.
they are in the blood.
right?
When you eat that, you are eating also the sickness.
And same thing with the
Same
intestines.
thing, of course,
Yeah,
of course, of course. Things.
Okay.
The intestine, if you like to take them, so clean or
Yeah.
this liver or other things, maybe they are okay. But
Okay.
the blood itself is
Is definitely
definitely. Yes.
definitely not halal.
That's why I are really pitiful for our our friends working in the street. They are even barbecued, taking barbecue blood.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Now, you talked about opportunities, and you said that it's not just the Muslim countries, but primarily the Muslim countries import a lot of goods. What is the market for halal products? You think?
It is so huge now. I think it should amount to more than about 300 billion
Dollars.
dollars, of course, in dollars.
Yeah.
Now, for example, the Muslim countries like the Arab countries, they import a lot because they are meat eaters.
Yes.
They are fond of meat, but these are coming from. They have no chicken there. They have no meat there, so they come from Brazil, or they come from Australia,
Yes.
come from New Zealand, something like that. But how? How are they able to bring them what is this meat there? So they required halal certified.
Mm-hmm.
It must be certified by a credible certifying body
Right.
that performs the certification, so that the issues that we already talk about the benefits of halal will be brought to their country,
Right. Right.
clean and acceptable.
Right. Now, they've been talking about promoting halal in the Philippines as also part of the Philippine exports. They've been talking about this for a long, long time, and maybe decades now. What's the problem in the Philippines? What's the issue? Why can't we produce halal products?
That's true. The misunderstanding.
Misunderstand.
Yeah, misunderstanding. Our organization was the first one to be requested to issue certification.
This is the Dawa.
The Dawa Council.
Dawa
Because, so in the beginning, we said, no, we will not issue. That's not our
That's not your responsibility.
Our program, yes.
Yeah.
But later on, when we met, I said, it's our responsibility. We are Muslims. Nobody will tell us. No? So
Yeah.
then it is our responsibility to help people who are
Yes.
asking for help. So,
Yes.
so we started. We started with one company. But we did not actually campaign. They come
Okay.
to us. They just come to us. Until now, they are just
Yeah.
coming to us. So, what is this country? They said, why are you now going to, what is this? That was in 1987 or
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Then become already very, there are so many countries, so many companies already coming in 1995 and then onwards. So they were coming for us. So we were doing we started making the standards so that everybody can follow these standards so that it will not be misled. Well, then our government, through our Department of Trade and Industry, was one of those.
Yes, they were the
who
ones promoting it.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
coming to us, promoting. But their promotion, a little bit different. Because in the way they interpret, it is the certifying body.
Government.
There must be so many certifying body.
Yeah.
I said, there are many certifying body, but there is nothing to certify.
Yes. Yes.
We must, I told our friends in the Department of Trade that I think if the government wants to help,
Yes.
this is development,
Yes.
you assist the companies.
Okay.
Assist them of their need to produce the halal.
I see. Okay.
In what way? They need raw materials.
Right.
For example, we need chicken.
Yeah.
Let's assist people who are growing up the chicken
Right. To do it the right
to do
way.
it the right way,
Yeah.
or not only that, to give them more opportunities.
Yes.
Maybe taxes can be
Yeah.
looked into to give them a little, respite for
Right.
the good things
Because
that they are
as you were
doing.
saying, the methods that are used in halal can you can sell it for a higher price, but it's also cost.
It costs, yes,
Yeah,
but that's why we have a little talk with our friends from San Miguel. He said, when a Muslim, because they are talking about the logo,
Yes.
because
The halal logo,
the
yeah,
halal
yeah.
logo. What is the importance of that? This logo is the one that advertises.
Yes.
Well, that is the one that guarantees that the contents of that package is halal,
Yes.
and it must be the logo that is acceptable,
Yes. Yes.
that that is reputable. Now, they said this small one is okay because
Yeah.
we need this is the
For the brand, for
this is the brand that
the
is
ingredients.
known, that
Yeah.
is known.
Yeah.
So I said, a halal consumer or who wants to buy food is just like going to the store when it is on sale.
Okay.
Why do you go to the big department store on sale, very big sale? When from the beginning you're not thinking of you don't need to buy anything, but I want to see what is everything.
Yeah.
Then you see there they sale, they buy the one in sale even if they are not planned, right? Even if there's no plan to buy, for example, your shoes,
Yeah.
but it is on sale,
You buy it,
You
okay.
buy it. Now similar with halal. When you go to the groceries, you are looking for where is the halal section?
Yes.
Where's the halal section? So what is in there that is the one that I will buy?
Yes.
So it must be. That's why I have a little. What is this? I was requesting the department stores, groceries, that they should allocate a space
Yeah.
with a dedicated.
So similar to like maybe organics, di ba?
Yes,
So
like
they have organic
like
products and your
organics
halal
or
products.
products,
Yeah.
yeah. Similarly,
Yeah.
for tourism, I
Yes.
said in the what is this, in the hotels, restaurants, The section here, this is the halal section.
Yes.
This is the non-halal
Non-halal,
section.
yeah.
Maybe non-halal you do not put anymore.
Yeah.
Just put
Just halal.
Just halal.
It's
only.
understood that the
Yes,
rest is
that's
not halal. Yeah.
understood. Now, this is another misunderstanding
Okay.
because what is halal for them is the one certified.
Okay.
But they said, what about the fruit? They are halal by nature.
Yes. Because
What-
they're not processed. Yeah.
They are not processed.
Yeah.
What about the egg? That is. What about the bread? These are
Okay.
all the halal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they put a little marking, they put only 1 or 2 plates that are
Okay.
cooked. They cook it in it is not even Islamic cooking. It's Indian food.
Yes.
And they
yes,
put their
yes,
Indian food.
Yes. Yes.
So I said, this is funny, this is a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And we volunteered. We volunteered to
Help the government.
lecture, yes, to help the government.
Okay.
So, but the problem is they wanted the Arab Arab regulation to be followed.
How do they do it, say, in other countries? What is the cooperation between the religious establishments and the government in certification of halal? How does it work?
Actually, in a Muslim country, generally, the entire governmental functions are ruled by Muslims.
Okay.
So, from the beginning, they already
Okay.
there's nothing to, you don't need to ask for where is halal. Everything
Right,
is presumed to be halal.
Right.
Like when we
So
go,
the ordinances, all of the rules of government is consistent with the religious.
yes, no, sometimes they don't anymore talk about their ordinance about halal
Yeah.
because everything is presumed halal.
Right. Right.
Now, this one only is it matters only with the imported products
Okay.
that they import.
Okay.
So it must be certified halal.
Right.
So so that it will be accepted.
Right. And so how do they do? Do they send government to inspect the plant?
No,
Or
they rely actually. No, actually they rely on the logo.
they inspect the product? Yeah.
They inspect the product upon arrival.
Yes.
Or they put it in sometimes laboratory
Yes,
testing. And one time, one of the halal, actually halal. But then they were able to, to produce a product that they put halal,
Yes.
but it was contaminated.
Yeah. That's an interesting point because one of my good friends who also writes for Manila Times, he says that he doesn't trust the Philippine products with the halal logo, but he would trust more the Philippine products with a kosher logo. What is the problem with our halal?
Yeah, the problem started when the department, our friends from the Department of Trade and Industry,
Okay.
During time of President Gloria,
Okay.
When they learned that it is very important.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, for export.
So what they did was to travel to the Muslim communities,
Yes.
especially universities in the south.
Okay.
Tell them to certify halal.
Okay.
You must certify halal.
Yeah.
Okay, so many of them wanted to certify.
Okay.
So we have so many certifiers when there is nothing to certify.
There's nothing to certify.
Besides,
Okay.
this certifying body, halal certification is voluntary on the part of the business.
Okay.
We cannot just go inside and say, "Oh, let me give
Then you
you."
dictate,
No,
yeah, the
no,
right,
we have the mandate for that.
Yeah.
It must be the government, if possible, to to give them some encouragement to produce this because all of these are voluntary,
Right.
their part.
Right.
So that was why there was so many certifying body
Yeah.
that they cannot even be trusted.
I see.
Cannot be trusted. For example, if there is no pork in the manufacturing, there was one time, when we were in India,
Yes.
just went to the India as an
Yes.
example,
Yes.
but we have so many here.
Yes.
We were there to certify a company product. And he said, oh, your certification is different. But you know what was a funny thing that happened to us? When we learned that it was halal certification, our management needs to be certified. We were talking about what is this halal.
Yeah.
Then one of us was telling that it is Muslim. I said, I meet a Muslim in the market
Yeah.
wearing a white cap. So I said, okay, well, you go and get him to certify us. So this man went to the market and invited his friend.
Okay.
Come, you certify our factory.
Right.
And I said, no, I cannot do that. Do that. The imam will do. All right.
Okay.
We went back to the mosque
Yes.
and invited the imam.
Yes.
Imam went there. Okay, I will certify. You prepare food, and then he sit down, and then we will recite the prayer.
Okay.
After that, your
Halal? But that's not halal. Huh?
no, of course, your company now is halal.
Okay.
So I said that's what was happening. Then when the certificate was brought out, they said, no, we will not accept this.
Yes.
That's why we were invited to go to India.
Oh, I see.
So that's what.
Yeah. But how do you think it can be changed, right? So that the perception of people when they see halal, that it's not just really, as you said, it's not just for Muslims, but it is clean, it is healthy, it is humanely processed. How can we change that? Similar to maybe how we would view organic, because organic products, people don't mind
Yes, they
paying more for organic products,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
So, but even then, even in the Philippines, I can sympathize with you. But people don't trust the organic
Yes.
brand here. They question also
They
whether
question.
it's just really organic or something
Actually,
something funny else was done to
Yeah,
earn that. Yeah.
I was in this organic. One time I was on an airplane coming from, I think, from Saudi or something.
Okay.
And I was with the one who certified organic.
Yes.
And he said, "You are certifying halal. Why don't you certify organic for us?"
Yeah.
So, okay, we will talk about it. He said, we can do that in due time.
Yeah.
So, you can only imagine how they do the organic thing. But organic is just simple, actually, tracing back the how these plants are being
Yes.
produced, and
Yes.
they are able to, or for example, even the animals, how they are reared.
Yeah.
Just giving the natural environment for that. That's simple.
Yeah.
But the halal is different.
Okay.
Halal is in the actual, not only in that process about the beginning of production of these animals or fruit, but in the actual process of
Right.
production.
Okay.
That's why sometimes we have the issue of what about these ingredients that is soy sauce with, for example, with some what is this bichin?
Yes.
Yeah, bichin.
MSG.
MSG.
Yeah.
Can we accept that as halal, something like that?
Is MSG halal or no?
MSG is not accepted, but if it depends upon the use.
Depends on the
quantity.
Quantity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quantity of the use of that in relation to the product.
Right.
Because there are so many, for example, instant noodles. There are so many.
No, but the other thing is, for example, another friend of mine was telling me that they ate at this restaurant and they made sure the chicken was halal. That's fine. The problem was they didn't ask what cooking oil they used, and they found out later that they used lard, which is of course from pork fat and not halal.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's why when we certify the kitchen.
Right.
It's not the food that you certify.
Right.
Because if you certify the kitchen, they are the one to take charge that all the things that are to be used,
Right.
like chicken, the lard, or
the MSG and
everything will be.
Yeah. Can you go into some details about that? When you when you certify a kitchen, what do you look at? Do you look at cleanliness? Do you look
Cleanliness is number one.
yeah.
Number two is the possible contamination. For example, in the arrival of this, when you receive the raw materials that are to be cooked, and then they put it in the freezer or all at the same time, there's a contamination there.
Yes, yes.
Then, so also in the chopping board, it must be dedicated knife.
Yeah.
Must
yeah.
be all halal and
Right.
non-halal.
Right, so you can't use what you use for fish, for example.
Yes.
My wife does this. She has a cutting board for fish, but she has a different cutting board for vegetables.
That is the best.
So I'm practicing halal.
Yeah,
So is
for the chopping board?
are there any, could you say that I am correct in saying that what is halal is also good for everyone else because of these things we talked about, because it is, as you said, it's healthy, it doesn't have harmful chemicals, it was processed cleanly, right? And that it was done so in a humane way. Is that the correct way to look at it?
That is the correct way. Actually, when we talk about halal in the Quran, it does not limit it to the Muslims.
Yes.
And the verse of God says, "O mankind."
Yes.
O mankind.
Yes.
It does not say, "O Muslims," no?
Yes. Yes.
O mankind, eat only what is good
Yes.
and prohibit what is bad.
Right, right,
yes.
right.
Eat what is halal,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Now,
No,
it is good for all human beings. And that's why, if it is good for me,
Yeah.
why should I not share it with
others?
Yeah,
Yes.
with others.
Yeah. What would you maybe advise the government if they, going back to your experience with dealing with the Department of Trade? Obviously, there's a lot of opportunity to export because we're near Indonesia, the biggest Muslim country in the world. We're next to Malaysia. There are many places we can export to, not to mention, of course, the Arab countries, the other Muslim countries. What would you advise the government so that they can maybe take advantage of that opportunity to make halal here and then export it to those countries?
Yeah, thank you for that. That is true. Because as of now, all the people of the world, all the countries in the world are just asking for halal,
Yes.
looking for halal.
Yes.
But we are not producing halal.
Yes.
So my advice would be,
And it's not that we're not capable, because we want to prepare food in a
yes.
clean kitchen, right? We want to, make sure that anything is sanitary.
that's
right?
right, that's right.
Yeah.
So we are not actually producing enough companies that are producing halal. We are not. For example, corned beef.
Yes.
Just corned beef.
Yes.
Corned beef, everything can be eaten by all.
Yes.
And I found out that in Malaysia, they do not import our corned beef. So I said, why? So we don't know. He said, because we cook our own beef here. I said, but you don't have to taste the nice one. This is halal.
Yeah.
I said, halal, you bring it here.
They don't know.
They don't know that we have
I
halal.
see.
Yes, something like that.
I
Now,
see.
another one is, we have so many food here, like fast food.
Yes.
But they only ask us to certify
Yeah.
the raw materials that are to be exported to those countries. But
I see.
locally, there is no halal.
Yeah.
For example, they come to Philippines, they want to find halal food. And they want to buy halal. Where's halal? First, they will go to the hotel.
Yeah.
They cannot find food.
Right.
There's no halal food there.
Right.
You go to other restaurant, there's nothing. They will call IDCP. IDCP, please tell us where to eat.
Yeah.
I said, nobody.
They don't understand. Yeah.
No, I mean, we cannot find any restaurant also because there is no restaurant.
Yeah. There may be, but it's
Actually,
not
there is
identified.
no- it's not certified.
Yeah. So there's maybe an implication there for tourism also, right? I mean,
Yes, tourism.
because people may think twice about coming here from a Muslim country?
That is the number one.
Yeah.
Because when you come, our experience when you go outside, you take the airplane when the first thing you will ask for when you arrive in the hotel is where to eat.
Yeah.
But there is no food. And if there is no food, then they will tell you somewhere there you can go.
Yeah.
So they will not come back
But
anymore.
isn't there a government council that certifies halal? What's wrong with that?
Yes, this is another thing. Government are not validly accepted for doing that because of our separation of the church and
I
state.
see. So it's not trusted by the Muslims.
That's why it is not trusted.
Right.
But they are.
That's why my friend was telling me that.
They're insisting.
Okay. Okay.
And what is worse is what's happening now because of the so many laws that they enacted for government to do the halal promotion and what is this and production promotion. And then so what happened was every department are doing that.
Yeah.
And they are competing with with us.
Yeah.
And they have their own halal logo.
Yes, yes.
There is
That's
a
why my
government
friend said he
logo.
doesn't trust the logo, but he would trust the kosher logo.
Well, kosher is okay because kosher is kosher.
Yeah, but he says that that's not, that's more reliable for him.
If you are a Muslim, we can eat kosher also.
Yes.
If, however, we cannot take it as a halal already.
Right, right.
Take it, you can eat kosher only as a last resort.
Yes.
If there is nothing to
There's
eat,
nothing available,
it's okay.
or you're not
Kosher,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Because at least there's no pork. So that is how it is. Now, our government is insisting that they should control us.
Yes.
We should be accredited with government. So there was this law, Republic Act 10817. So we have to be accredited by DTI.
Yes.
When I found out, okay, we want to cooperate with the government because we have been certifying. There are already so many income coming of the government.
Yeah.
Income in the Philippines from halal because of us.
Yeah.
Because as of now, we have about 1,500 companies already in the Philippines.
That
alone.
you've certified.
Yeah, that we certified.
Right.
We certify even from France and other countries,
What about Philippine companies? Can you name a few? Is it San Miguel one of those?
San Miguel is one of them.
Yeah.
All the Selectas and other things, all the Nestle companies, all the all the big companies actually.
Yeah.
Even Dole Philippines and Del Monte and other things,
Yeah.
All these, more of these are certified by us.
Well, how do you protect Philippine companies who don't know, right, the process, and they think, as you were telling me a while ago, it's like they invite an imam, they pray, they think they're halal already. How do you educate the Philippine companies what halal really is? It's not just a matter of
We're doing
pray
that.
over, right?
Yeah, we're doing a seminar once a year before.
Okay,
Now we do it only once every 2 years.
I see.
I think one time we invited you, but you were so busy.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
You were not around.
But Manila Times is halal.
Yeah, but Manila Times was able to cooperate with us the last time.
Okay.
That was the last time. Because the World Halal Council was here also in the Philippines.
Yes. We should organize something again.
We can do that.
Yes. Because there's a lot of opportunity, I think.
Actually, this is a very important one.
Yeah.
So how do we tell them? I think it's only by because it is only by seminar actually.
Yeah,
And
information, yeah.
Information, newspaper, for example.
Yeah.
But right now, mass media communication, all these media outlets,
Yeah.
they must be able to do that. Because in the beginning, they were thinking that, oh, do not eat halal because it's only for Muslim.
Yeah.
The other one is do not eat halal because they are praying for their God.
Yeah, there's so many misconceptions, right?
So many.
Yeah. Well, Attorney, it's been very interesting talking to you. And, I look forward to maybe our future collaborations. I think we should educate our companies because there's
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of
Yeah.
opportunities.
We are ready actually, yeah, sir.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah.
maybe when our World Health Council will be here again, we'll invite you as one of our guests.
Sure, absolutely. We'd love to be your
Thank you,
media
sir. Thank
partner.